Okay, notice I pressed record after I said that. So if you're watching this, you're going to say, what were they laughing about?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Remember to turn your microphone off.
oh, I will. Okay, well, thank you. Welcome. Good afternoon, everybody. I know it was just announced yesterday, short notice, but we got 27 people, so that's fine. We're going to have a fun time today. Cary and I are going to be playing and showing off our favorite organ. We just thought, you know what? We haven't done anything like a Zoom musical or concert or demo or anything. So we said, why don't we just do all of the above? And we thought we'd do that today. So it just so happens, coincidentally, looks like Cary and I are playing the same organs. What about that? Your color is the same as mine too? Oh my goodness, how about that? So we have a wonderful show planned for you today. And I'm playing on the beautiful Lowrey Grand Marquee. What are you playing on over there, Cary?
I've got a Grand Marquee.
Oh, I'm going to say my Grand Marquee is better than yours. All right, so we're going to have a little fun with this today. And to kick things off, I think I'm going to have Cary kick things off. Well, hold on a second. I need to switch camera. I got to go from Arizona to... There we go. So to kick things off today, we have none other than Mr. Cary Price, everybody.
So I'm going to talk about the Marquee and Grand Marquee. This has the EX technology. And the EX technology had more memory, double the amount that the Symphony or the Liberty had, as 128 sound generators, 128 times that they recorded a sound. It has 100 things that could happen that has going on in here, like pixels or a digital. So that's the more defined sound. It has 15 speakers. Wow. It's got for live performance sound. It's got your monitor speakers. It's got the virtual speaker on top. And they took the flag, if you had a Liberty, they took the flaps away. They have the virtual speaker, the monitor speakers. They have tweeters, mid-range speakers. And it has the 12-inch woofer. Yay, for your... Yes, and it has mid-range and tweeters underneath. Tweeters for the little baby speakers for high pitch, the mids, for the mid-range, and the bass speakers. So you can have beautiful sound. Has the balance feature over here. A lot of people say, the background's too loud versus my right hand. So as you're playing, if you ever felt like the background is too loud, you can press the balance. You can go on the right side with more of the right hand, or the left, the background. Watch. Isn't that great? So in one, easily do it. So instead of having to use a bunch of other buttons, you can easily use your balance feature and have the right hand much louder. great feature. A lot of people requested that. So the balance feature, most of the time it's balanced just fine for me, but it's for you that if you ever need to do that. Another neat thing, features that it has that it introduces the pedal magic. Pedal magic. Let's just say that I'm doing the train and I wish I could put the fill on my bass pedal. And what I could do is I can easily hit this pedal magic and I hit 1, 2, and I go to fill and I put it on. Or if I'm doing Hawaiian music and I want to put my glide on my bass pedals, I can easily do that with the pedal magic. Yes, pedal magic, so I can easily put my fill or my glide on my bass pedals. We've got lots of new styles. We've got 2 virtuosos. We've got the feature called Cascade we're going to talk about. We got the key glide, which I thought about after I put the Hawaiian. I already put it on. Key glide, I can hit the key harder and it glides it for me. I don't even have to do the foot. Yes. We're going to talk about new categories. We got some new categories, new big band, new orchestral sounds. There's one I'm going to be talking about, Pretty. We got the Dimensions that came out on the Grand Marquee. New Fake It. Yes. And most importantly, a real audience. It doesn't sound like a lanai getting rained on. It's a real audience. We've got a new steamship and a new train whistle. And my favorite, I love this, the new plane. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's so, I just love that. So anyway, I'm going to start off with one of the new styles, Suspicious Ideas, and it's for suspicious minds. The Marquee features 30 new styles that the Liberty didn't have. So 30 new styles. And I'm going to go to the Suspicious Minds. And this shows when they made the new styles in the EX series, they're totally different, a whole new level. And because in the 70s, the bands got bigger again. It was a big performance. You know, it used to be big band, then it went down to little rock and roll 50s, but then it grew to big performance again. That's what you have here. They did that with the Neil Diamond, with the Barry Manilow, with Elvis. So I'm going to go into the More button and go to the rhythm called Suspicious Ideas. I love this. Little fold here. Watch this. I'm going to be using the ultra style and drum variation for the excitement. Drum variation. Awesome. I wanted to do the whole show, but we got Chariots of Fire, Cabaret, Country Blessing, the Lee Greenwood one, the Chicken Dance, Sweet Caroline, Always on My Mind. Oh, I love that one. Always on My Mind, the Willie Nelson and the Elvis, 2 versions you got in here.
Look up the street. Look up the street. No.
Gary,
Lost audio.
Gary,
No.
Lost audio.
Gary. Sorry, you got to start that song over. You're muted for some reason. You're muted. Take 2.
Well, did you guys hear any of this song?
Yeah, we heard some of it, but I think it's better if you just start that whole thing over and
Okay.
take 2.
All right, don't. Someone muted me. All right, so this is the Willie Nelson version of Always on My Mind, and it has the beautiful piano. And the way the piano plays in the background is different than any other rhythm. It just is wonderful. Listen to this. So what I'm going to do is start off with just the piano, which they make on the Zero. The vintage Zero is just without ORC Plus. It's purposely made like that. So when I hit 4, everything's going to kick in. It's such a big change. Hear that? Phil? Yes. Fade out. Oh, I love that. Isn't that great? Now they introduced a lot of the 60s and 70s stuff was introduced on the EX series, and it was different than the 40s or 50s. No more doo-wop. It's bigger productions like this. Bee Gees. How can they do that? They have How Deep Is Your Love. This gets me. This one and the Wichita Lineman, these 2 rhythms. It's just, I visualize it's a nice sunny day. You're driving in your car, the windows are down. You're like, I'm feeling good, or a convertible. And you're listening to this stuff. Listen to how the vocals and the way the rhythm goes. I'm going to do How Deep, down to B flat. I got my song just in case, a little safety net. I do have it memorized, but just in case. Here we go. Listen to this. Love that.
Awesome. You know, Cary, you got me inspired. I feel like I need to show off a couple styles because you're
Oh,
talking
my
about.
turn still.
Oh, is it okay?
Now you can go.
Okay. So, so he was talking about these new styles. So here's something that's really cool. I'm going to play a song that actually it's a classic. I don't know when it came out. I want to say 50s, 60s, maybe even further back. But there was an artist that you may know a name of. Some of you may know the name Michael Bublé. If you look at it wrong, I've had some people say Michael Bubble, but it's actually Michael Bublé. And what's interesting about this artist is that he's taken a lot of great classics and revitalized them and modernized them, but still giving that modern, that classic feel to it. So there's this couple of styles that were introduced on the EX. One is called Got Swing, ? And another one of my favorites is called Swaying Latin. The style's called Swaying Latin. Now, obviously, the title of the rhythm lends itself to say, oh, and that might be great for the song Sway. All right, but watch what I do when I'm playing this, because I'm going to show something on the next style here. Okay, here we go, and it's great for all sorts of great Latin tunes as well. Now, did you notice? We'll do one more here and turn it back to Cary, and then I'll have to interrupt him again because I see he's so excited about everything he's showing. But I don't know if you noticed, I was using the virtuosos. But now, let me talk a little bit about virtuosos. The virtuoso is such a phenomenal feature, that for years, many of the models have them over here. But I always felt that was a plus and a minus for some, because I always say when you're playing the song, it's always best that when you're playing song, hold the melody and then use your left hand for the virtuoso so you can still hold the melody. But for some people, when you're playing, reaching over is a little complicated. Sometimes it's because of the song and getting your hand back in place, or maybe it has to do with maybe physical reasons, whatever the case may be. So having the virtuoso here and here, they call it the grand virtuosos, and everything you can change on each of the virtuosos can do it on each of the ones. So you can put the golden harp source here, you can put the lower right here, the upper here. You have many combinations. Now this next, speaking of classics and making them, I'm going to use a virtuoso on this next one. This was a new style that I thought was great for those great standards or great slow songs that, songs like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And this was a style that I just absolutely fell in love with. It's called orchestral ballad. And notice when I use the virtuoso, Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and there's more. Cary, what do you got, Cary? Show us some more goodies.
Yay! So I've got a page of categories up in the little screen, and it's neat what they were able to do at the EX. What they did is they took even things from the Journey, the Inspire, the Rialto, they put it all in here, and they put new ones, new category presets. Categories will change the presets to a different set that you could use any rhythm with. And I seen this one for years, for the last few years, Pretty, and I was like, Pretty? What do we do with that? Then I looked in it, and it's great. I hit number 4, and I look in there, and it's got wonderful sounds in here. I'm just going to use the easy button. And this one, I'm going to use number 1. It's called Lovely Flutes. They were able to take different flute, oboes, and bassoons and stuff and separate the sounds and make it wonderful for like, I'm going to do Music of the Night with the new woodwinds. So now I'll say, oh, let me put that with a style, maybe like the smooth piano. I'm not sure. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 0, which is strings with, Robert's going to talk about it, but I couldn't help it. It's already in here. Cascade. And this one here, violin. Remember the song Canon in D, the Pachelbel's Canon? Ever hear that? Oh, watch this. Check this out. I'm going to just play it, and it's going to have a descending string with the violin. Isn't that great? And guess what? The tempo is what controls how fast that goes. So I'm going to go up to 95. Watch this. I love that. Isn't it great? Now this one, trombone, lower sax. This is another really neat one. Great for like Christmas. And then this, we have a lot of Glenn Miller sounds in here, but this one called Sweet Woodwind, Sweet WW is wonderful, fantastic. Listen to this. If you ever want to finish a song with nice string and choir, number 10. I did Lovely Flute, and then later in the song went to 10. Sweet, yeah. We have also a whole page of cascades, but there's a dynamic. Dynamic is neat. A little bit more pressure of your hand, you can get more. Guitar. I want to play this one called Jazz Swing. This is a great clarinet. Watch this. I'm going to do the Stranger on the Shore with Strings 101. gosh, what they allow you to do is take your time with those notes. There's no rush to get off the note because of how beautiful. And then so they did these jazz swings that were great. And then when the Grand Marquee came out, they did something a whole nother level, and they called it Dimension. Dimension sounds, they had a new technology that came out, and it was a new way of recording the sounds. It just was able to break it down even better, more precise. And what I'm going to do, the Dimension ones, you thought that clarinet was good. Watch this one. Yeah, now the violin, this is your regular violin that everybody has. Then there's the new Dimension violin. The vibes, you can hear the doom doom. And I'm going to skip to, well, I'll do the sax first. Now they took a Kawai-owned Lowrey, and Kawai makes $300,000 pianos. And they recorded it, and they put it in here. Watch this. I'm warmed up now. No, just kidding. But the beautiful piano. I mean, that is the sound. Yay! I love it. Yeah. So then, can I do more? Okay, so I'm going to talk about Fake It. The new Fake It. So if I took I'll do the train because no, not after that one. But I need something. Okay. I'll do the 50s, the rock and roll, 50s swing rock. There's new Fake It's. There's about like 11 now, different ones, because each song has a famous solo. And Fake It originally came out on the Sterling and the thing like Fanfare, the Easy 4 and stuff. And you had a wiggle. You put on the Fake It and you wiggle 2 white keys. You wiggle it. And it gave you better dexterity if you were able to do it. Most people are like, get it. So then they said, well, on the Liberty, you can hold 1 white key, a black key, and it'll do it for you, the proper speed. If you let go, it stops. Then on the Marquee, you can hold 2 black keys and let go. Do your chord. Then someone said, but I want to play on the lower keyboard at the same time. And then that was Fake It too. So you can do that. You can make a lot of noise. Well, then on the Grand Marquee, they said, how about this? If you want to do Fake It, you can put it on upper and still be able to play along with it as it's doing the fake it. So watch this. Yay!
You know what else, Cary, about the fake it? I better say something more so I can play too. I'm,
No.
get, I'm getting jealous. This is the jealous look. Hold that fake it thought. Some of you, this is a little bit before your time, but you familiar with a band called the Eagles?
Oh.
Did they say yes back there? Couldn't hear them.
Yes, they went, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes he gets all worked up, Cary. I say, you got to take it easy a little bit. I'm going to play the song Take It Easy. You know what's something cool about some of the fake-its in these, too, is that depending on the song, sometimes it'll actually, because I notice when you're doing that rock and roll, it does a little bit of that rock around the clock kind of guitar solo in the fake-it. If you do the fake-it in some, like this one here, there's a whole guitar solo. When I get to this part of the page, it's kind of notated. Listen to the guitar when I do the fake. It'll actually do it just like the recording. You ready? Get set. Fake it. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
They got their signature fake-its. Signature fake-its. And like he was saying, like if you were doing Johnny Be Good, so there's so many new fake-its, and because there's only a few, and they have different signature fake-its. Once you pick a rhythm, it'll put the fake-it they felt is best for it. So when I if I go to the 50s rock guitar, that's the Bill Haley. That's the actual Bill Haley copy. You just do the chord. So you still have to do something. You have to control how the chords and the song. And it's just right here. Fake it. Fake it. Yeah, the button. No. So I want to talk about the cascade. When people play the chord, okay, cascade feature will, instead of hitting the chord like that, it'll descend it down a lot of times like this. Arpeggio, yes. Okay. So when you put on Cascade, I'm going to go in, and they made a whole page already. You don't have to figure them out. There are already a whole 11 of them. And I'm going to do the first one. And what it does is it descends down nicely. Watch this. And it descends down. So I'm going to do that with the song Dream. Here we go. So after playing a while, I figured out, I can't help it, I have to know what's going on here. It turns out that you have 15 different harmonies in the Marquee or Grand Marquee. Each one affects Cascade different. That's what's going on. So what normally they put on is this block harmony, and that's what goes down. Because what happened was I went to number 1, and it didn't come down. It went down and back up. And I made my own little song over it. Listen how this one works. Isn't that neat? Now watch this. I made Somewhere Out There. Just the easy button with this Cascade number 1. Great. I love that. Now, if I say, oh, wonder what happens if I put barbershop on. Listen to this one. So what I did is I took the chimes. I took chimes and I put it on with it. Watch this. You have a lot of fun with that. So the different, that's not yet. So that's what happens with the different cascades. They do the different harmonies. So the symbol for Cascade is the @ sign. So anytime you see a little @ sign like @comcast.com, you know, oh, they're using a Cascade. So those are, so that's the symbol. So there's different symbols. There's a symbol for the Cascade, and there's a symbol for the dimensions. Yeah, and the dimensions have a 1 with the less than and greater than next to it. So I want to do a song where I always like this. I like Glenn Campbell. And they put a lot of the Glenn Campbell. There's this Southern Nights, which I found in this book. I'm so excited because we didn't have it, and we found it in this book. But I'm going to play Wichita Lineman. And they introduced the beautiful strings because his country was more soft and easy. And so I'm going to go into more. And I'm going to go to Wichita Wireman, they call it. Because being it's a signature style, they had to change a little bit of the wording to get around the paying for it. There you go. So I'm going to do Wichita Wireman, and here we go. This is another one of those relaxing songs. You're just riding your bike in the sunset. Here it is. Here we go. Introduce Hold Phil. I love that. Yes.
That's awesome. You know, Cary, you're talking a lot about these great new signature styles. Can I take a minute and play a couple one of them, one of the things that many of you know is that a lot of the styles of the Lowrys for years, they always had a kind of play on words. So for example, when I played the style swaying Latin, we know that that's kind of great for sway. Now, but if you noticed, I went into and played other songs. So some people know, most people know this, but I still always like to remind everybody that even though the song is designed, or the style is designed for song, you're still open to this playing dozens and dozens and hundreds of other songs for it. Now, when the Grand Marquee was introduced, they kind of got out of playing on words, and what they did is they took half of the new styles from the aria, they put on the Grand Marquee, and they called the name of the style the name of the song that it was designed for. But again, they were also great for others. So for example, the style that I'm going to feature here is called Venus. So naturally, most people would think, oh, that's perfect for the song Venus. So that's what I'm going to do. And do you remember who was most popular with singing the song Venus? Guesses, anyone?
Who was it? Bobby V? Frankie Valent?
I think it was Frankie Avalon, wasn't it? Was it Frankie Avalon?
One of the two, Bobby V or Frankie Avalon.
I know it as Frankie Avalon, but if you remember the song, in the way they did the introduction, you heard these singers in the back there, they went, woo. Well, I better not do it. Just listen for it.
I
Now,
love this intro.
partway through the song, after I'm done playing the first verse, I'm going to show you, this is actually a really clever style. If you don't really pay close attention to it, it's actually a very nice, easy Latin style beat, which works great for a lot of songs. Listen, here we go. I want to play one more for you, and then we're going to have Cary show off a few more very exciting things. And Cary, before you play your last number, let me know, because I do want to just say something real quick. But, you know, you were talking a lot about cascades and showing off those wonderful cascades and all these new category presets. Now, I'm going to play a song here that I want to say it's one of my favorites, but I might say that about all the new styles and rhythms and what have you. But one of the great things about this, I'm going to play a song. Actually, I'll use my other book that some of you are familiar with. There's a song called God Bless the USA. And many people know it by Lee Greenwood, if I'm not mistaken. Now let me find the song. God Bless the USA. Now, what you're going to notice, I'm using actually one of the cat sounds that I'm using, I actually pulled from a group of category presets called Pretty. And you know what that means? They're pretty. All right, but I also use some from the cascades as well. Now here's a great example of how cascade, or should I say another great example, because Cary showed off a lot of great examples of that. Here's a song in easy play, God Bless the USA, and the melody sounds something like this. And to me, it sounds a little bit, it doesn't sound natural to the song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the melody something like this. Now that almost doesn't sound normal either. However, the cascade feature is on. So while I'm playing those notes, the cascade is going to very subtly cascade those notes, and it almost fools the ear and making it sound like it's playing those other notes of the song. So listen to this. This is absolutely wonderful. And then I'm going to go to another setting here from a group of pretty sounds that give me some really great choir sounds or what have you. So listen. See if you can catch the cascade. Thank you. That was another new style called Country Blessing. Country Blessing.
Robert, there's a question out there for you.
Okay. Well, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna switch back over to Cary. What's your question? iPhone 94158. You have a question? Or maybe they're giving us a round of applause. Okay. iPhone 94158755724. If you have a question, come back to us. Cary, show off a few more things and let me know when you're ready.
So you were showing about the two virtuosos. Did you know that you can have two different sounds in there a lot of times? And they do that for you, like this one. I couldn't help it, it's the train. It says. I mean, man, they put all these. Oh, I don't know if you know, if you have the A series, the tabs on the EX series they moved them away from the Virtuoso, because when you went for it, a lot of people were grabbing a tab on the way down. So now they moved it away. Isn't that neat? Little things they did so that it's easy. So when you go in there, your hand goes right in there and you get the sound that when you want it. I wanted to show you also about I wanted to show you this style called 6/8 blues. 6/8 blues. Oh, well, first of all, this one called Lucky Lad, if anybody ever heard of the song, the Emerson, Lake and Palmer. For the lucky man, lucky man. But a lot of people haven't heard that, but they've heard of the Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin. Alter style, man, Bill Curry was here for a day, and I asked him some questions. Boy, he told me. Man, he's like, my head was hurting afterwards. He's like that. He told me so much information, but watch this. Nights in White Satin with Lucky Lad alter style. Anybody's into that type of stuff. Then this Blues 6/8. I said, I've been using it for Hallelujah. A lot of people like the song Hallelujah. I asked him, I said, what's Blues 6/8 for? He says, Suspicious Minds. I said, but Suspicious Minds here. And he says, Suspicious Minds. He's like that. And I was like, oh, because for those of you who have the song, later in the song, it turns into a waltz. Well, it's really supposed to be 6/8. That rhythm, you put that rhythm on when you get there, and it matches. It's so cool. But I'm going to play. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do Hallelujah. You hear the vocals. Like this. Yay! I got to keep moving. So there's so many great. The Southern Nights is awesome. I'm not playing that one. I'm going to go into the Grand Marquee rhythm, I'm a Believer. Now, on the instruments, the fill became much more than just hit it and it goes. You hold it and it kicks in this whole thing. There's several rhythms, like Downtown does that, and how many others. Well, this one does it, and I'm a Believer. I need my Grand Marquee songbook. Huh? The copies of the music they gave us from Lowrey tells you hold it. Yeah. And so in here, it's this format, and it says the hold fill on the bottom. So it says the hold fill.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And yeah. And so this is going to be great. And they put on, I learn more and more every day about this. They put the organ on the lower. And so I was writing it out for people, and not everybody could do. So I learned that the intro does that. So what you can do is, when you get to a certain part of the song, you just hit the intro. Bill Curry does that a lot, and that'll do that part for you. And so between the fill and the intro, you're going to sound so like the real thing. Here we go. Isn't that great? I'm a believer. So we have between the speakers, the new technology, the big screen, information. You want to see the sounds. It's a full touch screen. It shows lots of information. Big screen, easy to see. Your two virtuosos. What's that?
All right, Cary, I want you to play one more song, but first I just got something to say real quick to all the
Okay.
people. Some of you in store, some of you are online. You know, you could see all the enthusiasm we have with the instrument, especially when Cary's talking about it. It's it's hard to keep them settled down. But you know, after all, it is a Grand Marquee, and as many of you probably know, the Grand Marquee was not just a limited edition when it was introduced, but an extremely limited edition. And even nowadays, the fact that we don't have the option of taking a Grand Marquee on trade, it's very rare. Coincidentally, we have one here that I'm playing on and one in the store there, but I think the one Cary's on, it belongs to somebody. It's sold, correct?
Yes, it's not.
Yeah, that belongs to somebody. So if you are someone that might be interested in owning a Grand Marquee, two things are going to happen. First of all, if you reach out to one of your personal assistants, let us know. We have put together a real nice package that would be worth your while to at least hear what we have available, number one. Number two, we do have one Grand Marquee. Obviously, it's here behind me, and you know the color. And with that said, it hasn't been uncommon for us. In fact, we've had to do this more often than we expected over the last 12 months, where someone acquires an instrument, but it has to be sent from Arizona to Florida or vice versa. So this one I have available is the only Grand Marquee that's currently available. Reach out to your PA and find out what the special opportunity is, and we can tell you all about that. And usually it takes about 2 weeks, or give or take, by the time the shippers pick it up and get it from one state to the other. Or if you're local, we can have it delivered next week. So again, reach out to your personal assistants. We've got a great opportunity on that. And I think to close off the show, Cary's got something special planned for you. So take it away, Cary.
Okay. I'll do, well, let's see. I'm going to do Gentle on My Mind. I love this song. Glenn Campbell. Listen to this. Love that. Yay!
Applause. Get up for Cary Price, everyone, and the Lowrey Grand Marquee. All right. Well, thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed today's very special Zoom musical. And we hope to see you online again in the near future. Thank you. Stay safe. Play music. And wow. And buy yourself a Grand Marquee while it's available. Wow.
Hey.
Say buy yourself a Grand Marquee. Go buy a Grand Marquee.
Hey.